Hey Jensen, can I get a kiss? Kiss real quick, please.
No.
Love, 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 love,
baby. Alright guys, so what's going on?
Hey Nifty family.
It's Micah and Dell. We're usually talking about all positive stuff, and today it's the same thing. We're still talking about positive. No matter how it might have affected us at that moment, it's still positive. Because I don't think that positive outcomes always come in a positive way. Sometimes it starts off in a negative way, and it eventually shows itself to be something that was beneficial for you.
Something recently happened to us/me.
Yeah, I don't think nothing could happen to you that doesn't affect me, actually.
So I lost my job.
A lot of times when people talk about losing their jobs, it's because of something that is like, you show up late.
But no problem with that, you know what I mean?
Being disrespectful. Dell is a cornball. She barely talks. She doesn't like confrontation.
I'm just a respectful person. If that's a cornball and not disrespectful, then that's fine. Basically, I was being asked to do something that I wasn't comfortable doing in myself. Like, it was against...
You're asking to be dishonest.
Yeah, and it was against my morals. And then by the end of the week, I was asked to be seen in the office, and I was terminated. So
before she got fired, she had a dream. Right?
Forgot about that.
Yeah, I know you did, because you can't tell stories properly.
So in my dream, a lot of stuff was happening. First, I was driving a school bus, but I'm like, when we come back from the trip, we're gonna have a party in the back. And then I remember trying to make this turn, skip to the scene where the bus is in the mud filled with kids.
Stop touching me, babe. Go ahead.
I'm telling my story. I'm outside the bus, but the bus is sinking. Skip to scene, I'm outside back in the road looking into the mud, and you can't see the bus. I'm freaking out like, all right, what am I gonna tell them? Okay, maybe they won't recognize. I see cops and the parents outside of my job. I'm freaking out like they found out I'm gonna go to jail. Oh my gosh, my bosses are gonna fire me. Fire me. Like, I'm thinking like they're gonna fire me. No, you're gonna go to jail, nigga. Like, I wake up with anxiety, and I told Micah I don't want to go to work. I know something crazy is about to happen. But it's a dream. Everything in my dream is nothing like what's going on in real life. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I'm just like, okay. And I told Micah, and he's like, relax, it's just a dream. And I'm just like, yo, like, I can't go, something bad is about to happen. And he's like, you think so? And I'm like, maybe it's just my mind, because my mind is always playing tricks on me. So I'm just like, maybe it's just my mind.
And the reason why I kind of didn't want to believe it too is because we have so much things. We made a list for last year, and this year was supposed to be the start. We were like right on track. Everything was going so good. We were like, I mean, we made so many changes, and it was actually finally starting to work out in our favor. I just remember when you called me, I was in the middle of talking to my boss about our journey and all the things that how hard we had to work to get to where we are now. When she actually called me, I was like telling him like, yeah, and just think about where we are right now. And I saw you call, I'm like, I'll just call her back. So when you called me and I answered finally, and I was like, what? Like, I was trying so hard not to like, I had something to do right at the same time. So it was like two emotions going on. So I had to pretend to not be feeling what I'm feeling at the time. You know, that was hard. I know we always come on YouTube and, you know, we always look like we're like figuring it out and we're always good, and we already edited the videos to make it look good.
I mean, I'm not gonna pause the argument and then put the camera out and then record the argument. But we do have arguments. I think I've been complaining about my job to Chanel, to Micah, I've been complaining. So I think this is God's way of saying like, hey, you're not going to leave, so I'm gonna make you leave.
Yeah, I always tell people when I talk to them, I think that God comes in the form of the nice thing, you know, like, oh, hey, you can do it, come on, I help you. And he also comes to you in the form of the antagonist, and he pushes you. You're thinking that God's using them to tell a story. I think that it's actually God in that person.
But my take on it is God allowed it to happen.
I remember when you got home and you were crying, what were you feeling?
Like I said, I was kind of devastated. It's been a lot of stuff that I've been going through emotionally. So when this happened, it was more like another thing. And I more felt like, okay, I was disappointing him. So it's just like a lot. So I was just like, oh, God.
I have been through so much in my life already. I feel like with that job and then coming home and rushing into like doing your daily duties, you were just going. Like I was like, man, the first day you were crying, I kept pushing you, stop crying, stop crying, stop crying. It's gonna be okay, it'll be okay. Because I'm always wanting you to be so strong. I think I wanted you to be so strong that you can just be strong for me.
And then I'm the type of person that's like, okay, cry about it. Take this time and feel the emotion you're feeling. Because as a kid, I was always told to put on the poker face, put on your best face. I never dealt with any emotion. My family doesn't deal with any emotion. It's push it to the side, push it on the rug. We have bigger things to deal with. You know, it's always a presentation. So I've now gotten to the point where I'm realizing it's okay to feel emotion. Feel that emotion, cry it out for that day. Allow me to cry it out for that day. Allow me to feel that sadness, that hurt, that everything, that devastation for that moment, for that day, because it just happened. And after that day, let's go full force ahead. But you have to acknowledge that emotion, else you're gonna be dealing with that emotion for years.
I look at like stuff like when you lost your job as like, okay, it's a car crash. So immediately I go into problem solving mode, right? I didn't even allow myself to, you know, to feel the hurt of the situation. So I appreciate that in you though, you know what I mean? Because that's not who you were before. So now that you can do that now, that's amazing. I
appreciate now having this time.
Oh, cool.
I appreciate now having this time with Genesis. I had an issue with daycare because I felt like it's what we needed to do because we were both working, but I feel like they weren't
doing what they're supposed to do.
Teaching her enough.
Yeah.
And she was regressing with potty training and picking up like behaviors and stuff that I didn't like.
Yo, the time that from the moment from you birth her to the time you put her to daycare, she learned way more in that time than the year and a half that she's been in daycare.
And they spend more time.
And you paying more money for it.
They spend more time in school. So to me, maybe it is the school that we put her in, the daycare that we put her in, because it's not really school.
Yeah.
And I was kind of feeling guilty that I was not able to provide that for her. As a working mom, I wanted to be able to do both. But by the time I get home, there's so much to do and I'll be so tired. And I'm just getting ready for the next day. So I'm hoping that while she's at school, she's going to be learning something and not someone just standing in the room and babysitting. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now,
so what's the pros and cons you think of you being home now versus when you used to work and come home?
The pro is that now I'm able to adjust and try to get myself and get back to my old self, not old self, because I'm constantly growing and learning new stuff. But like, I was more assertive, I was more confident, I was more organized.
I was, not I's was.
I know you're trying to come for me because I came for you with your joyness. Don't even try it. I'm trying to get pieces of that old Dell now incorporated with the new Dell, the wife, older the Dell. Mom. It's not gonna work. Now that I have more time, I'm able to have one-on-one with Genesis. I'm teaching her new sign languages, you know, because I never had time. So she was doing the same sign language signs all the time. Now that I'm here with her, we've actually had a closer bond. She prefers me now over Micah, but you know, I'm not gonna, you know, boast a little bit.
I've definitely seen the growth in her, and plus you had a lot more time to do things in the house like you wanted to do.
Yes, now I get to declutter like I wanted to. My house is in shambles. I didn't even like people coming over because my house is in shambles, okay? And I'm getting my life in order. I've now created, could you stop looking at my hand?
Why you do so much stuff with your hand?
Because I talk with my hand, I feel like it gives me more personality when I do that instead of me looking like this and just talking like a little puppy. So I like,
oh, so I'm a puppy because I'm calm? Okay.
No, you're already loud, so my hand is actually helping me. Don't hold my hand.
I feel like you just do it too much.
What is the pros in me staying home?
Oh, if you're asking me, I'm liking the fact that you get to spend a lot of quality time in Genesis. I'm talking like you now. I have never been a fan. I have never been a fan of daycare. I'm seeing you trying to make an effort to be better, and I appreciate that. The cons are, of course, we're set back on what we had planned for this year. The year hasn't ended yet. With God I serve, I don't know which God is. You always do this every video. Every video you do this. So the God that I serve is able to turn 8 months into 8 days, into 8 weeks, 8 seconds. Okay, so the God I serve has already made
Who's that?
The God I serve
What's his name?
Could you stop?
Speak his name.
Yeah, we're set back on certain things that we wanted to do. I do think that our life has, like you said just now, I agree with that point, but I also think that God has already designed our life for what it needs to be. It's just that our intellect and our mind and our ego and our pride and all these humanistic things, that traits that we develop over time, has made us not be able, or has made us not able to see the actual works that's happening around us. We're figuring it out. We're not bad. That's why we're kind of still laughing and stuff right now. We're figuring it out.
So it's just like, I'm like, God, I know you have it in your hands, so I'm just gonna let you take control. I can't even do nothing, because obviously when I try to do things myself, it never works.
So basically, we're starting.
You need your PP? Okay.
We're starting over in the sense that we're starting a new plan, and we are adjusting certain things. When things happen, we shouldn't just take it like, yo, the world is crumbling, this is the worst thing that can happen to me. You know, your life is more than just negative things, more than just worry, more than just heartache, more than just pain. I'm just like, you know, really grateful for all that's happened, and oh God, it's so annoying. And although we have our moments,
I really hate him, guys. Like I really do.
Yeah, so we're just interested to see what the future holds.
How do I feel about our future? I feel like...
Where's your hand on my shoulder?
We're buddies. Okay. This is just a rough patch for right now. But I know the God I serve. And I believe that He has something major in store. And usually when God has something major in store, the devil tries to distract you. The devil tries to throw different stuff at you. So I believe that something major is about to happen. God wants to see how we're gonna handle the situation. So I'm excited, a little irritated, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it.
So thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment below about the time that you lost your job.
And how did you feel?
And how did you feel? How did you make you feel? And how did you adjust? And sorry for Dell's. Alright, good. See you guys later.